Hey, Elnafay, it's your good friend Elrang back again with his very fancy, very lovely wife. Happy Valentine's Day, of course. I'm pretty sure that was a few days ago. I've lost all track of time. Was it yesterday? Wow, how time flies. Well, I suppose 2 days ago as I'm recording this. Anyway, lots of comments. I've seen your comments, your many comments about how we can do ducal conquests if we take the ducal conquest perk. I pre-recorded the last episode, otherwise I'd have had to record it on Valentine's Day, and I took Valentine's Day off, so that we could do plans, which we then cancelled. Because we woke up at like 5 p.m. Very classic. Anyway, so that was a comment that was spammed across the last 2 episodes non-stop. Get Ducal Conquest. We will. I've decided get Ducal Conquest. I don't know why nobody told me about this earlier. But that's a joke. I know everybody said about that. So that'll be what we do today, and that will help speed things up a little bit. Somebody left a comment saying that being so far over our domain limit will make everybody angry at us. Now, I need to clarify. Though I haven't played much CK3, sorry to reiterate this, but it's just, again, a clarification point that I'm doing that intentionally for multiple reasons. It used to be called the North Korea strategy in CK2, but I'm holding on to those because the downside to it, of course, is going to make our vassals angry. But all of our vassals are our family members, and they all love us. The only vassals we have are our family member. The only difference is the ruler of Wei here, and that's more because we launched an offensive war against him, which is why he's quite upset there. So everybody's still kind of fine, and I'd rather hold them personally and then dish them out, sort the borders out neatly when we finish the conquesting. It's a very intentional play, otherwise we're going to get a lot of familial infighting from people having claims on each other's provinces, that type of thing. But yeah, no, the actual realm management between CK2 and CK3 isn't that different, and I do have 1 or 2 or 6,000 hours in Crusader Kings II, and 2 of the most subscribed mods for the game, not to brag. So here we are, back again, with a solid plan of action going forward. We are going to, we're going to form the kingdom. And as I said, in theory, I'm passing the decision to found a new culture in the Heartlands, to resurrect the original AYLEID culture. It does clearly say all of our... Let me have a look here. Blah, 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 blah. Around capital will become there. All courtiers and domain belonging to the same heritage. All counties belong to the same heritage as you flip over. Now, that should, in theory, only be the Imperial City, because that's the only way it can make sense. That's the only province we've got, and again, that's by design. Then we can focus everything on the Imperial City itself, or Temple of the Ancestors at this point, of course, and balloon that massively, really catch up quite fast in terms of culture. Now, in terms of culture, of course, there is that kind of limitation on it anyway, and that we can only get to the third era innovations there, the time of pretenders, when the year reaches the, however that translates to Elder King's date, 3550. That could be third era year 550, but that seems very, very, very late. That's quite far away, isn't it? I don't even know how we enter a new era. Whether that's mechanical, maybe when we form the Empire of Tamriel or something like that, or reform Cyrodiil effectively. I'm not sure, because it was Tiber Septim that brought in the third era, if I remember correctly. Anyway, doesn't matter too much. Lots of people as well. The other comment that's been spammed to no end. What the hell is going on there? The Grand Abbey Bazaar of Zenithar. I only saw Zenith. I was like, what the hell is that? Okay, fair enough. Lots of people also saying that to destroy the bridges across Leyawiin, we have to directly control Leyawiin. I didn't know if they were talking about bridges, you know, going down to County Leyawiin, but no, it is specifically the bridges of Leyawiin. So we'll probably claim that conquest at some stage just to wipe it out. Ooh, this is interesting. House Hlaalu have a goblin uprising that we could grab a province from. That is interesting. Okay, anyway, we'll just carry on as we work, because things are going fine with the change element. We'll go for ducal conquest. It's been like a day since I last played, so I've got to remember what's going on. Now, a lot of people are also asking, Princess Thalin, we conquested her last county. She's actually still kind of friendly with us. The people are asking, does she have a province after we took away Zonot? And no, she does not. Sorry, it was terrible. No, she's not landed anymore. It doesn't really work, does it? My daughter and heir, Captain Velsormasil has been quarreling with her half-sister Thalin for days. Now I can overhear them arguing in the next room. Oh, in fact, she came to our court? Oh, I guess she's visiting temporarily? No, she's too far away to interact with. Well, fair enough. I guess, look, you never stop being a parent, do you? Arang's still got to tidy this up. He's made a real mess of his family tree. You could argue he's consolidated the family tree by marrying his nemesis, lover, rival, ex-liege, ex-wife, now current wife, lover. It's very confusing. No fighting in the family. We enter the room to break up the fight. This is a diplomacy test, right? As I walk in the room, Selmasil turns to me. I'm glad you're here, Alrang. When you taught some sense into your daughter, Thalen, she's being completely unreasonable. Yes, shame on you, Thalen. Or you're in the wrong here, or you're both acting like petulant children. We have a 56% chance of 300 diplomacy lifestyle experience, or we say, I'm clearly the best elf boy around. We guarantee gain 50 diplomacy lifestyle experience, gain 150 prestige. You know what? Elrang is not a man of diplomacy or words. He has high diplomacy, but that's from loving parties and being ambitious and being beautiful and a genius. Not, like, his base diplomacy is 0. The man is not trained in this at all. He just naturally exudes an aura of love and fear. Honestly, I feel like you'd say I'm clearly the best elf boy around. You play the character, right? The other gamble might have made more sense. Why is all my money? Oh, it's because we're so far over our domain limit, of course. As long as we... Look, if we've got a duchy, we have the whole Duchy of Wei, so I'm actually happy to dish those out. We can't, of course, make any dukes currently. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be sensible about how we do this. I'm going to give that to somebody with high stewardship, preferably. So let's grant that to someone with high stewardship who isn't a member of our dynasty. I don't want dynastic infighting, so I'm going to grant it to this person. Then, when we become a king, we'll grant all of this to one duke. So we'll probably give it all to our grandson. I'll send him a gift. There, shut up. Who have we got here? Oh, but then, of course, we've got Clobanique. Oh, no, I'll give it to Clobanique. Because she's actually directly in line, right? Because El Call, in theory, we might be able to change that in a second. El Call is going to be the heir that we're aiming for because he's genius. He's proven himself more than the other children. Not to mention, of course, as the last child that he had with his original wife. He's probably very attached to those children. We'll dish it out to them. I think that makes a lot more sense. Can I do anything with the others? Oh! My great-granddaughter, Lady Doja, is a complicated woman. It's hard to understand her. I need to understand her as well as possible if I'm to convince her to take my side in any upcoming arguments. We'll uncover the truth of her. We're fabricating a hook. I was fabricating a hook so we could do something. That's right, to recruit her to court to be our new spy master. Very good. Yeah, because we're very close to being able to bring her over. If we had the hook... Actually, I don't even know, because hooks only had a certain amount of value. The problem is she's got a high opinion of Clobanique. I'm not killing Clobanique. Lady Doja is her liege's relative. You're our relative too. You're her dynasty head and house head. That counts for less than just her being what your... Oh, it's her child. Oh. Okay, well, okay, that makes a little more sense. That is a closer relation, I suppose. Fair enough, I'll allow it. We've got to give away some of this land then. Let's see what we can do. We're going to give a nice carpet to Duke Venerion. Yes, here you are. You'd be honored by such a gift. He accepts the gift, and then we gain a little less... He gains a little less scheme resistance. Oh, he's now extra vigilant. Damn, it had the opposite effects. How are we doing on that front, by the way? If we could invite one more person... It's not really worth wasting the magic... No, we wouldn't even get close, even if we did spend the magic on it. I think it's still fine. We are going to fabricate a hook on... In theory, Lady Doja here. A few strongmen and an ominously worded letter should do it, really. This is an act of tyranny. So it's always an act of tyranny to try and fabricate a hook on someone. I suppose not. There might be like 3 different outcomes and we've just got the same one twice. You know what? I think in that case, let's forget it. We should never try and wrong our own dynasty. Oh, except for the fact that we took some land away from Elrang's daughter. But that was... She was part of a different... She's not technically part of our dynasty. She was in a different realm too. So it's a bit more complicated. We shouldn't do it against elf boys inside our own realm, I think. That should be a nice rule going forward. Oh, shit. Well, the murder was exposed. All right. Guess we'll take that one off the table, too. Wow, we're not doing well with the plots today. I feel like we've been cursed very suddenly. We'll deal with those goblins in a second. Let's just kickstart this plot again. I'm trying to clear... Oh, well, I mean, I was trying to clear out all of our rivals, but I guess that's done. Who are you? Some random reach folk. I'm not educating you. What I need to make sure is that all the family members are married off, which they are not. What are you like? You are attuned and beautiful. Now, because we have that dynasty legacy, right, we can now... children with any sort of magical trait can educate other children in... and gain a perk from it, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double-check that quickly. I think we can do it from here, can't we? Open legacies. Here we are. Magical drills. Oh, no, maybe not. Ah. Maybe I was confused with... Thaumaturgic heritage? No, I swear we got something somewhere. Oh, well, it doesn't really matter too much, does it? Sure, let's see if we can marry you off to someone with maybe a bigger brain. Silneek, elf boy. I'm not totally against that. Inheritable traits are pretty good from that one, aren't they? Sure. Let's keep it in the family somewhat. Is that dealt with both of the... oh, no, Kufnada also needs a marriage. Kufnada, what do you like? Oh, you're genius, and you're also directly in line to... shit, you're also directly in line here. Oh, God, you haven't got anybody good to marry. I mean, I could go around kidnapping people, of course. How far are you down the line of succession? So it's going to be Klobanique, then her child, who is intelligent. That's good. And has a longer lifespan. Oh, that's nice. And that kid's genius. Oh, 2 twins again. That's interesting. They are elf boy, and they will be our... well, I mean, in theory, we could play as them. But chances are we might even outlive a lot of them here, given our luck so far. Okay, you're quite far down the list, then. Maybe we'll just marry you off to someone half decent. Very low chance of getting genius. That's fine. It's better than nobody, ultimately. And it's certainly probably better than waiting until I've kidnapped someone and then getting distracted. And you know how it goes here. Sure. Now, what can I give away is probably a better question. Do we want Port Hestra? I think we do, don't we? I want that one. I want the waterfront. I want Port Legion. Oh, Vilv. I mean, we can give them away. I've just got to be very careful about... So, Caractica. So, we'll give that one away. We'll just make sure that if we give this to a family member, which we could, we'll give it to you, and then we'll make sure you become the Duke of Caracticus when we take the rest. Okay? That seems fine. What about you over here? That isn't part of Caracticus. That's Urusec. Okay, that's also fine, too. So, we'll give that to Hroma. Sure. And we'll make sure she becomes the Duchess of... that duchy too. Now, this is the one that I'm a little more concerned about. So we can, we can give the subholding away for sure. Why do we even have that? We'll just give that away to someone random here. You're welcome. Enjoy. I really do not care about who becomes the subholding vassal of a vassal of eventually potentially a sub-vassal here. So that's the Duchy of Nickel. So if we grab another one, I could give it to this person again. Whatever. I'm just being sure that the borders are fine. We could give it to you. Actually, we could give it to Kufnada. That's totally acceptable, because then she can become the Duchess of Nickel. So that's fine. I'm alright with that. How are we looking then? So let's get a new Marshal. I'm actually really surprised we don't have a better Marshal than that, but that's okay. Sure. New Spy Master. Klobanique is pretty good at that. And then we need a new Chancellor too, for I've just landed everyone. Fine. That's alright. That's not terrible. 9 out of 8 is much more manageable. The money is shot back up. Yeah, no, I wasn't giving them out because I thought that a lot of them were in the same duchy and I didn't want to make any messes, but it turns out they're all different. So that was actually on me. And I bet this one is, what's this one part of? Varelia. That's also fine. Let's give that one away too, then. Oh, no, it was a lot safer than I thought. Totally my bad. Let's dish that out to another, preferably high stewardship, our culture, our religion. Yeah, there you go. That'll do. Fine. I'm alright with that. That seems good, and we've kept everything essential. Roma's very existence is an insult to the name of our dynasty, a misshapen freak. My granddaughter diminishes the Elf Boy dynasty with her every breath. Oh, God, I forgot. AYLEIDs prefer good breeding, don't they? Shit. They prefer very good breeding, and I've just landed someone who has what is technically a negative trait there. Ah, shit. That's me failing to roleplay the character, eh? Perhaps we can try and make something out of her. Yeah, no, this seems good. The ambitious, vengeful Aurang will try and force her to be something better than she is right now, because he perceives her as apparently bad. Nice. Okay, that's not bad. We increased her diplomacy by 3. Oh, that's really, really good. Oh, shit. 19 diplomacy? Wow. Okay. You know what? Clearly, there must have been some good breeding into that if she's that good. Totally fine with it. Okay. Wait, how have we... But we were below... Oh, the Morrowind music. Can you hear that? We were below our... Oh, right, of course, because we don't actually have the Arpen district. Yeah, no, I was going to say, we weren't able to hold all of this stuff before, and now suddenly we are. But no, it's because we don't have that. You know, that makes sense. Sorry, getting very distracted there. Let's take some goblins out. Goblins. We can holy war for the duchy. Oh, hello there. Is that another... Oh, Deldea will join us because she's an ally of our religion, sure. Oh, that's really interesting. Goblin Shamanist rulers may join. I don't really think that's so much of a problem. What if we holy war for the kingdom? How can we do that when you don't have a... Oh, you're just going to holy war for everything inside the actual kingdom itself, right? Sure. Kingdom of the Heartlands. Yeah, okay. So that's not really super relevant. Yeah, let's go for the duchy then. That seems good because that's all part of the same duchy, right? Duchy of Homestead. It is indeed. This should be an easy war. This should be a super, super easy war. And actually, it might just be enough to push us up to king. Then I've got to learn all the royal court mechanics. You might have to bear with me at that point, okay? Because that's something I've never touched before. Right. Let's do it, squad. Move in. Kill them all. Goblins, it's your new king. It's time for a new king. Well, I suppose technically an old king. With the king's returning. You know, like the very famous film. Oh, careful. Don't go too fast here. I know that you are Marcellus Isildur's real killer. What the fuck are you doing, Selmasil? Ah, she's probably making Elrang proud by doing this. Trying to take a hook on us, huh? That's very impressive. You've impressed him for the wrong reasons. No, tell the world. Who cares? Who cares that the world knows that we killed the Sisil? There aren't any left. That's totally fine. Ah, she has done a good job there. Good work, daughter. Let's move up. Apparently the fort level here is... Fort level is too high. Really? Wow, what a good fort. There we are. Yep, taken prisoner. We could I could have turned them into an undead servant, I suppose. Wow. Look at this. This is lovely, isn't it? So surely we're pretty close now to being able to... Oh, well, we can get Thoughtful. Now, Thoughtful was, of course, another thing someone pointed out we should get. We're going to get it because we're getting Duke of Conquest anyway. But that's going to double the opinion gain from sending gifts, which is super, super appropriate for us right now, huh? Yep, counter control, I'm well aware. Above all, yes, we are. We can give these away to the same ruler, though. Or, I mean, we could give it away to the same ruler. It depends. Do we have a good family member? Granddaughter. Oh, shit. Wait, hang on. I hope I didn't accidentally give some land away to someone who was already landed. That's me not paying attention to that very thin border there. Magnus, no way. We got no other family members. Evidently not. Your grandson, he's a Lord Mayor, though. I should have liched them all. If he goes insane, maybe that's something we could go down. That'd be quite funny, trying to turn all of our vassals into undying rulers so that he can maintain his grip on this rule. That seems good. A local goblin noble. No, thank you. Man, this is a really hard choice. I guess I could look for someone with... Oh, what about Indoja? She's unlanded. We will get you to join us one way or another, Indoja. There you go, fine. I could give her this one too, because it's part of the same duchy. And you know what? I very much might. We'll just name her the Duke, and then if she's over a domain limit, she can sort stuff out. Will it make a powerful vassal? Sure, but I don't really mind. Here. There you go. Problem solved. Very nice. So we've got to be quite close now to... Let's have a look here. Got to be quite close to being able to form this kingdom tile. We need 4 more counties. Oh, we actually do need 2 duchies as well. But we can surely make the Duchy of Wei. Yeah, there you go. Problem solved. Right. Okay. The only problem with that is, of course, by doing that this early, I suppose they might be upset that we're hoarding duchy titles, but we can't exactly give them out. The other problem with this, too, is if we die now, it's going to splinter the realm. Or more specifically, Wei will go its own way. Right. Caractacus. We were trying to kill you so that we could take your province again. What about you? Where have you come from? I'd rather take this county. So let's start some murder schemes here. This is something I should have done when we started. Got to get back in. Got to get back into things a little bit, okay? Why can't I murder you? Oh, because we tried to murder you. Well, let's take you out then. Yeah, this is now that I remember what we were doing last time. It's all coming back to me. The Oblivion music. I've added a couple of music mods. I added a Morrowind music mod, a Skyrim music mod, and an Oblivion music mod. Thought that was very good. I swapped around some of the base game music tracks too, and made it so that the Oblivion music would take more precedence, which I think was a good call, given that we're here on the Imperial Isle. It couldn't be any more diegetic, right? Up to the task. Some of my councillors believe their job is theirs by right of blood or influence alone, but how wrong they are. Okay, after a long day, I'm complaining to Marinora when she interrupts me. Let me do something about it, husband. A few lessons may sharpen their wits. Thank you, wife. Chancellor Loruna could use a tutor. Who do we think? Who's the worst in their field? I think Cloveny could benefit from your... Oh, she's got very good diplomacy, though. Very good diplomacy for a horrifying zombie woman. Yeah, go see Loruna. Go take her a gift. Take her a gift. Win her over. Teach her your ways. You want a drink, smooth skin? How are we looking in here, then? So the council are honestly fine. I think we could probably set that and forget that. We've really just got to wait for these murder plots to fire off now, then, huh? And then we can... What? I arrived back in my castle after a long, lonely walk. Another year passed by, another year older. I was born on this day 171 years ago. The older I get, the more I cherish the relationships I've cultivated over the years. So it saddens me that I've not heard from my wife Marinora or any of my friends today. I trudge along to my chambers, loneliness impeding my lazy feet when I hear a clang and hushed whispers from down the hallway. Are we about to be assassinated on our birthday? What is going on? What could that be at this hour? Oh! Well, that's far more wholesome. What a surprise! Happy birthday! All my nearest and dearest friends have come together to wish me well. Elrang, being the cynical, suspicious piece of shit, probably lit that room on fire with some firestorm beforehand, cranked out his best destruction magic and leveled the castle. I cannot believe that Marinora went to all the trouble of arranging this in secret. I had not a clue such a thoughtful surprise was being planned at all. My friend Klobinique approaches me, struggling to carry 3 beautifully wrapped packages. One shall be yours, but which shall it be? Should we take the biggest one, the medium-sized one, or good things come in small packages? He's not particularly greedy, but I think he's ambitious, so we'd probably go for the biggest gift. Oh, you become the owner of Elf Boy Spear. Oh. A gift from the Dynasty. Oh, that's so nice. They've really nailed the RPG elements in this, haven't they? It is one thing that, inarguably at this point, as much as it pains me to say, it is one thing they've done significantly better than CK2, and that is the enormous amount of RPG changes. You know, obviously something they really shifted focus to at the late part of CK2, and I think honestly when societies and things like that are finally introduced to Crusader Kings III, then I think I'm fair to say I would probably not go back to CK2 at that point. But right now, still don't think it's totally. I still don't think they're totally equal. Have we really not got a good antiquarian? Fine, all right, whatever. There you go. Wait, unlocks commission artifact decision. Why am I not doing that more? I should try and find. It's learning, isn't it, that becomes an antiquarian? We should find a better learning character. I should just have them make something for us. You, join me, invite to court, please do, send a gift, here, take this, 185 opinion, oh my god, I would really like you to join me. I can't kill her, though, shit, oh, of course, the witchcraft, could I abduct him? I could abduct him and turn him into a loyal thrall. An eternal antiquarian, guardian of the elf boy treasury. Yes. Lethalel de Meathor. You are in a lot of trouble, my friend. Sorry, what were we doing? I keep coming up with new and new ideas and getting distracted. Right, so hold on. Converting the dynasty to the worship for Maes Mora. How could I forget, of course? Have you got any children that are not yet? You already know. What about you? What about your children? Wow, this dynasty's getting out of hand. I can't keep up with it. Right, let's get you converted over. Very good. We can't be that far off. And unlike in base game... Yeah, no, look, 55.55%. This actually might be the final one. Yeah, unlike in base game CK2, elves don't exactly breed very fast, right? You don't look away for one moment and suddenly the size of the bloody dynasty has tripled. Here we are. Baron Primo's Pelin Lyco is a pessimistic man, and I find myself in his company. I am first wary. However, I soon realized that he's not as adverse to my company as I first thought. Please, my friend, tell me about yourself. Ooh... We may gain a friendship with him, but he will make a powerful ally in our eventual conquest. As their lord protector, my vassals owe me their allegiance. My word is law, but how much is obedience without devotion worth? I will win their unwavering loyalty. We gain generous liege. Or, fear is a more effective tool. Our fear has dropped significantly, and it would be we're gonna punch Princess Kinslodea, or I have far more important women to impress. Duchess Marina II. No. Let's gain the dread, because we get prestige based on our dread level. Per percent, right? So that takes up to, what, 96%? That's effectively doubling our monthly prestige. Yeah, plus 96%. Hold on. Is that applied after all the other bonuses, or is it the base level? So that's not giving us another 4 point whatever a month, right? I don't believe so. I presume that's going to be adjusting our house head plus dynasty head totals, and then the rest are cumulative. I don't know. That would be interesting to... I mean, of course, if it is, after all those other bonuses, keeping high dread should be our top priority at that point, right? Murder en route. Of course, we're going to explore the plains ourselves. We know them well at this point. We've fought many battles. We've done many other murders. I would never expect it to grow as close to King Vantustius as I have in the past few years. On multiple occasions, he's proven himself a reliable and forthright man with only my best interests at heart. The King of Skingrad. Apparently sending us nice letters and whatnot. I'm not convinced. No, I'm not convinced. He is an Imperial. He's probably only seeking the throne. Kill Baron Primo. Oh, The bird became the last thing Primo ever ate. Even better, in his death throes, a bone got stuck in his throat. Now it's unclear what killed him at all. Must have been something that he's eaten. Now we can take you out. Let's quickly throw over our rally point. Very good, very nice. Are we going to get the kingdom today? Sadly, I don't think so. I think it would be very, very close to the mark, given that we've got to fire off these murder plots as well, right? Let's get in there fast. There's going to be a very, very quick war. Oh, it's already over because we captured him. Amazing. Right, problem solved. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so that is part of the same duchy that we've got adjacent. Is there a... Oh, right, there is... I was going to say, is there a disband armies button in this game? What duchy is that? They're the same duchy. Right, so I'm going to give that to whoever's here already. We'll just make them a duke, and like I said, they can dish out themselves. I don't really care if we have powerful, loyal dukes under us. It'll be a problem when there's succession, but I am exceptionally not interested in deep diving into very careful county realm management when we can far less carefully just manage the direct vassals ourselves, you know. Cool. Okay, very good. We are still, what, 2 counties away from being able to form this kingdom? 2 or 3, anyway. 13 out of 18. How have I lost some? 13 out of 18. Wait, I thought it was 15 out of 18 a second ago. One of us is going mad. One of us is going mad. Who are we not murdering? I think I stopped the plot to either murder or abduct you, right? Right, let's start that again then, shall we? Oh, shit. Predicted agent 0. Man, this guy is doing well. Okay, fair enough. So you're already on my hit list. Abbey of the 8. Oh, you're in Rimmen, though, aren't you? You're not really up towards... Oh, no, that's way too high up for Rimmen. Where is... Oh, it's just South Skingrad. Man, I didn't realize Skingrad stretched that far south. I suppose that does make sense, though. Okay. Yeah, no use to us, either way. So we're not going to go for that one. Yeah, no, I really can't do much. Somebody did say that the high diplomacy of the current Grand Mistress of House Hlaalu is probably why they're able to keep their domain together. God, that music's loud. So if we kill her, we might find a way to break this up and get a piece of it for ourselves. The real question is it wise to potentially... Because House Hlaalu are enormous. 77 living dynasty members. If they find out we killed them, that's going to throw us into probably a house feud that we certainly cannot win. Oh, it's a dangerous play, but it would really sort things out, wouldn't it? Murder. If we murder you, we've got a 30... Although, to be fair, she's probably also got a lot of enemies, right? What about the abduction? Same... Because, I mean, capturing the Grand Mistress of House Hlaalu, turning her into an Undead 7 would be amazing. Especially with 39 diplomacy. A lot of this, though, is going to be totally irrelevant if we do kidnap her. Because she's a ruler. So it's not going to be her base level, is it? Alright, you know what? We're going to do it. This is going to be Elrang's biggest and most dangerous plot yet, but it's going to be the way that we can, in theory, reform the Heartlands here. This one we're going to have to be far more careful of than usual. I can't just blast in head first. The Court Mage would like to see her killed. Very good. What else we got here? The Priest wants her dead. You, Hetwoman Favona, I presume one of her knights then. And, Viscount... What the hell are you? I see... Oh, he's human dark elf. Wow, look at that. That's cool. I didn't realize they had, like, effectively hybrid graphics for characters. Whoa. That's really bizarre. Okay. I guess maybe he's just got the red eyes. Maybe that's just something that kind of similar to base game. If you give your mod in a character have purple eyes, it was just an RGB value that passes down, right? Weird. Okay. Well, this plot is certainly going to go a lot more smoothly than I anticipated. It's the problem of being such a massive ruler. She's only got 7 intrigue, too. So their capital is in Narcissus, or it should be in Narcissus, right? Is this Narcissus proper? Yes, it is definitely a Narcissus. I can tell by the way it says Narcissus right there all over the map. Do they have mushrooms? Wait. I never even considered checking for that. Are those mushrooms or those trees? Wait, what if we go to... Those are definitely not trees. Look. Ah, cool. Okay. Man, I really want to do a playthrough in Vardenfell at some point. Right, let's throw our Spy Master into support schemes. Then again, it doesn't really matter at all, does it? We could start scheming inside their court. I wonder if that can potentially have any impact on our plots, though. Because if you discover an enemy Spy Master in your court, you'd probably be a little sus that somebody might be trying to do something. We'll send her a gift. From one ruler to another. Ah, she suspects that we might be up to something. Would we ever? How could you? Right, let's convince her to join us on the path of Hermaeus Mora. And of course, much like everybody else, she has agreed. And we can show her our true self. And now, in theory, that should be everything we need, right? Found witch coven. Oh my god. Our proud house is united by blood, but the truth divides us for long... truth divides us. I long for the day when we will no longer live in fear, but be completely open with each other. Our sons and daughters will be raised to embrace their powers in the will of Hermaeus Mora. May we serve him well. It just makes a lot of sense. AYLEID and Daedra worship go hand in hand, not to mention that this guy, our character, has been obsessed with knowledge all this time, and what better. And again, this wasn't something I actively pursued. He randomly, a totally incidental event was the thing that led us to gaining that witch secret. Found the elf boy coven. What the hell has that done for us? I have no idea. I have no idea. We're just now secretly host a grand rite. Oh my god. Hello. We will worship Hermaeus Mora and delve deep into his mysteries. The Grand Rite is an excellent opportunity to socialize and engage knowledge with my fellow witches. Knowledge is what we do here. Oh, this is good. I like that a lot. Is there anything else here that is relevant to the... obviously, the culture eventually found Holy Order would be good. What? How does this work? Is it not like a secret worshiper from Hermaeus Mora? We just kind of worship him as maybe like a primary... as like an alternate... pantheon member alongside... alongside our other worship? I don't really know. Well, I mean, we could always make our own religion, right? We could do a little, because I believe there's quite a dense religious reformation system whereby you can select every single, yeah, look, you can select every Daedra to be somebody we can worship. So obviously we make Meridia, part of the pantheon. We could make, honestly, I feel like Sanguine would do pretty well as part of a pantheon, right? And I feel like Hermaeus Mora, too. Forget about the others. Who gives a shit about the others, right? Yeah, no, maybe not the others, but that seems pretty good. And witchcraft we could then make allowed. I don't know how we actively get, like, a witch trait. Is that when we're revealed? Maybe. Have I brought you into the coven? Because I really should. She is already a witch. Okay, that's good. That's nice. Well, let's have a grand rite then. Let's see what happens. Sure. An uninvited guest. As my fellow witches arrive in the White Gold Tower, I catch a glimpse of an unfamiliar face. When I go to greet my granddaughter, Arpen Kufnada, she introduces me to a strange man, Lotlathel. They are old acquaintances, and Kufnada asks if Lotlathel may join our rite. Sorry, I'm suppressing hiccups at the thought of this strange intruder. The more the merrier, or you will be a guest of honor. Yes. Grand Rite is a private affair. I don't know. What do you think? Trust the self-interest of others above all else. Yeah, why is he here? No, this is a private affair. I'm sorry. Play the character. Grand Rite. The full moon rises. As the moon rises in the heavens, heralding his arrival, I can feel my body responding to the strange energies in the air. The silhouettes around the great bonfire are silent, unmoving, waiting for that which is to come. As the host of this gathering, it's up to me to begin the ritual. I will either read from an ancient grimoire, play some tricks and sounds with sounds and shadows, this is very silly, rely on my charisma and improvise, or present a grand offering. I mean, it's a learning challenge. And what would Hermaeus Mora want more than a learning challenge, huh? Let's do it. Oh, hello. I've studied the AYLEID language for many moons, and I send you a... Nah, vain attempt to gain glory is laughable. The old words are strange, yet they speak to me on an intrinsic level. They weave an enchanting pattern full of beauty and promise. My guests are utterly spellbound. As I close the grimoire with a dramatic gesture, their cheers erupt through the glade. Now that the main ceremony is finished, my guests and I are free to worship as it pleases us. We can ask Vel Silmasil to instruct him in the art of poetry, gaining a learning lifestyle perk, or live, laugh, drink, and dance and enjoy Hermaeus Mora's blessings. Come on, which would Hermaeus Mora be more about? The Daedra of knowledge? Obviously, we get the learning lifestyle perk. Which would Elrang prefer? That's hard to say. He's dedicated his whole life to learning, but simultaneously, he is quite the drinker. We can have a feast for that, though. This isn't about that. Your grand rite ends. Amazing. Right, what do we even want at this point? Huh? We've got Scholar, we've got Whole of Body. This is interesting. And it could tie into the character's story really well. The only option we have now is Faithful. And when we gain the Faithful perk from a worshipper for Hermaeus Mora, It seems like there's only a logical conclusion for that, right? It's the only one we can pick. Maybe we can reform. I mean, look, trying to build a white gold kingdom, resurrect a culture, and also resurrect or make a whole new religion as one character is very, very optimistic for someone who hasn't played this game in a very long time. I don't know how long Elrang will last at this point. I failed to find any secrets that Gina may possess. We will take the hook on you for the money, because then we can always bring them in. Are you any good? Who are you? You're just a guest, but you do have high intrigue, which is interesting. I invite you to court. Turn you into a zombie. Make you a pretty good courtier. Interesting. Okay, I'm not really too bothered about that, though. And now we are about to abduct Hlaalu de Meathor. This was the person with very, very, very high learning. Man, I mean, they're going to come to our court with 28, right? Miracle Worker and... yeah, Astute, Intellectual, Cynical, Shrewd, Quick, Court Physician, those are all permanent traits. They're not like temporary modifiers from a counselor or anything like that. I love the sound of this plan. And she's wasting him as her spy master. Ridiculous. This man, Alva Whitebird, is trying to kill Selma Sealer Elf Boy, so clearly we throw him in jail. Dear Brother Elrang, the time has come for the Elf Boy Coven's grand rite. I invite you to worship Hermaeus Mora on the night of the full moon. Together we shall chant his name in doubt. Another one! I would rather eat a bowl of slugs. No, of course, Loreckless. A great suggestion. Sorry, what happened to that bloke I was kidnapping? Is it just on pause while we're doing all of this stuff? The eve of the grand rite, we gather in an isolated glade. Great bonfires warming our backs in the air is heavy with excitement. Captain Loreckless leads us through an awkward ceremony. She's trying hard to make the night special, but her attempts are feeble. At least the guest list is interesting. Now that the main ceremony is finished, we're free to worship as we please. Shall we experiment with herbs with Daldea? Daldea is his great-great-granddaughter? I actually have no idea how you are related. His great-great-great-granddaughter. It's the daughter of his great-granddaughter's son. What the hell? Of course, yeah. We can ask Klobbeneat to instruct him in the art of commerce. We could do a fuck. Or we can dance. You know what? Seeker of Knowledge for 5 years. Gives temporarily +1 learning, taking him up to 51. Enormous. Excellent is an understatement. Would we prefer... what's that? Look, the truth is, according to a thing I read on how learning impacts culture, there is very much diminishing returns past 30 learning. To the extent that this would almost be a total waste to go for it. I think we will... knowledge is knowledge. And she's going to teach us the secrets of commerce. Maybe it's not to Hermaeus Mora's liking as much as experimenting with whatever else, but this seems alright. Meritocracy. Totally pointless. Golden Touch gives 10% vassal tax. Again, pointless. Fearful Troops. Men-at-arms maintenance per level of Dread minus 0.5. He is a dreadful man indeed. This seems perfect. Can I see what our maintenance is currently? Can we see the raised maintenance versus the unraised? So that's it. So the monthly maintenance is minus 10.7. Got it. So if we take that, 0.5. So that's going to drop it to like nothing. It's going to drop it to like something totally irrelevant. 4.9 gold a month. That seems amazing. That's so good. That's, bear in mind, we're not totally maxed currently. Wow. I can't increase the man-at-arms anymore. Lots of people always point that out when I'm quick to not do it. Here we go. Oh, the woods can be a dangerous place. Grand Mystic Runathine is killed. This is dangerous. But let's see if we can pull it off. Oh! Thanks to our brilliant plan and hired thugs, Archmistress Runathine is finally dead. As the travel party stopped to camp for the evening, bandits poured out from among the trees, calling for blood and gold. The soldiers fought back, but thankful it was not enough. Every time with that. Sure, she's Archmystic now. Archmystic Runathine was tragically slain in the melee. Oh shit. What sort of impact will this have? I can't help but notice House Redoran seems to have inherited everything. We may have made things... Who suggested that in the comment section? You're banned. I think I even pointed that out last episode that Herrera was a member of House Redoran. Have we just made a terrible problem even worse? I believe we may have. Huh. Superior, but not vastly superior. What if we kill then you? And then some random guy will inherit it. Interesting. Oh, that's his son. He's married to a Bosma lady, I presume? No, is she... I don't quite know what she is. She's like... Kaima? I have no clue. Interesting. Okay, maybe we kill you then. Maybe we kill you, your son inherits, and we just keep... No, we can't just resolve all of our problems with killing. On the plus side, though... Oh, wait, that's more goblins. What the hell's going on here? Does my vassal need help? Wait, the goblins can just take over? Oh. Those goblins have just taken those provinces I took a second ago. Oh, maybe that's why it... Maybe that's why we lost provinces. Did that... Am I going mad? Well, whatever. Right. Get out of the way, goblins. Unbelievable. I don't even know... I didn't even notice that. Crazy. The first time it happened, I barely even gave it a moment's thought, but my older arc, Roma, has grown bolder. Her challenges no longer passed unnoticed at the council table. She's testing my limits. Mocking her insistent whining will shut her up. She'll have tasks to complete which are impossible. Commenting on her generous rear will throw her off. Damn, Roma. You shit with that ass. Alternatively, I think we give her a... give her an impossible task. Yeah, let's wind her up. Hey! When Herma tried to complete her task thoroughly, I scolded her in front of everybody, and she hurried to get it done in time. I displayed her sloppy work for all to see. She went herself backwards to please me, yet I never acknowledged her efforts. Now she remains quiet, her eyes cast low. That's bloody cruel. It's amazingly cruel. Oh! Interesting. House Redoran are actually saying what a nice guy we are. It's false platitudes, of course, given that they control most of what should be ours, but that's fine. I'll let them off. I don't understand how these goblins were just able to grab our territory like that. I'm going to hold that, I think. Just in case of other goblin-related issues. So this plot is clearly not firing, right? This kidnap plot is just not happening. So I think we're going to go ahead and cancel. Oh. Which I finished a frozen. Why is it frozen, though? It's just not doing anything. If I start a murder scheme... That's just straight up given up, hasn't it? Oh, I don't want to kill him. I just want to get him to my court. How frustrating. Okay, so that one does seems like it might have just gone a bit awry there. Okay, well, we'll leave it for now. Just means that annoyingly it's one less thing to do, isn't it? We've got Ducal Conquest. Hey, there you go. So now if we... I don't know how that works, whether you still need the Casus Belli. But if we now kill, say, you... What's the chance of that? Sorry, let's have a look at an abduction here. 5 and 15. Oh, my God. What about you? Abduct. 5 and 15. What's going on? What's going on? Why is this happening? Abduct again. Sorry, we do still have our rituals enabled that give us Fortify Intrigue. Wow, they're just like immune to our nonsense. It's like they're suspicious or something. Well, let's convince some people. Oh, that doesn't show the potential plot power. That just shows your current plot power. Well, that's no bloody use to me, is it? See, we're up to 77.85. That's better. Right, let's sort by acceptance and then start bribing some people. 92. So if I send Agrippa a gift that will give her 180 in opinion, how are we looking now? Let's try this again. Bribe. Minus 63. Oh, come on. We fabricate a hook on her. We'll abandon the scheme, abduct. There you go. Okay, nice. That's good. At least we know how to clear that for the future if that happens again. Sure, I'll try and get a scheme on her, I suppose. What about you? What if I bribe you? Any chance now? Minus 63. Wow. Yeah, no, this is going to be difficult. Well, let's get our Spy Master supporting schemes then, rather than uncovering plot. It would be so nice to get this get this sorted out within a few days, because I feel like we've hit a real dead end here. We're just in a sea of red. As fire roars, drinks been had, and Marinora is calling out to me for a story. My first thought is of a famous math melody folktale, a classic that never fails to delight. Alternatively, I think my own story is far better. Oh, shit. My agents have noticed that my acquaintance, the simple Duchess Marina, seems to have some fairly regular habits. Oh, this is good. These could be observed. This could be a key to a breakthrough. We've studied her habits. And then let's flip you over to... did I finish doing that in the end? Nice. Support schemes. Well, now we've just got to keep going. We've just got to keep fabricating, keep abducting, kidnapping, slaying what we can. If we can, look, clear out Caractacus and Nickel, that's it. And maybe with that Ducal Conquest now, we can do it in 2 wars. I'm not sure. But we're so painfully close. This House Redoran issue may be an issue. Funnily enough. I think we'll keep an eye on it. I don't think they're that much of a problem. I feel like if they went for us, of all people, that would be very, very bizarre. We could even just buy a truce, right? They just will not accept it at all. He has de jure claims on my land. He's somewhat stronger than us. Shit. Well, look, we could always start conquering up towards Bruma or something if we really get scared. But for the time being, let's stick to that simple goal. We formed the coven. That's the important thing. Thank you for joining me. See you all tomorrow.